Okay, so we're back. I was gonna let it go until should be episode 3 of my Stardrive Let's Play series. The first fleet's almost completely resupplied. We've got only a couple more ships. But what I did realize was I actually took a look at my ships that have been built. We have no more scouts. We have no more jump scout ships being built to colonize or to explore the galaxy, because I was wondering, like, I haven't had a lot of stuff pop up lately. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build several more scout ships. I'm going to unfortunately put aeroponics behind. Let's finish this. And our missile theory has been completed. So what we can do now is we can go into the shipyard, load our... So this is the base design that it does, that it gives. I'm going to actually delete, let's see, actually I like going off of the original Vulcan Scout platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete. I'm trying to remember how I did this. I believe it was 1 missile and 2 Gatling guns? Or rocket launcher, I would say. And then I'm going to save as the F302. Now, for those of you that are watching that are Stargate fans, you'll recognize the name. Now, it's not exactly the F302, but I like naming my designs, and the Vulcan fighter kind of just doesn't really do much. Plus, the F302 gives that more well-rounded idea of a ship, so this is kind of that way. So that's going to be our base ship from now on. So what we can do is, now that I believe all of our ships have been finished, we can actually go to Earth, or we can actually go to this. Actually, can we do the upgrade through? No, we can't. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this fighter F302, because I like to keep the designs the same. So we just have to update this with the new design, because for some reason when it does the refit of the ships, it doesn't refit the fleets that they're part of. So it's kind of weird in that fact. So like that's why I name a new design of ship when I can, and then try to keep it the same throughout, just because it's kind of a pain to have to do this constantly. So when I build a ship, I will keep it named that, and I'll just keep the same name, because even if you add like Mark II or Mach 2 or version 2 or whatever, if you change anything in the name, it becomes a different design. So it's kind of a pain. So we take all these ships, who are now no longer. So we go here and refit all, which is one of the great things, because if you have a ship that's the same throughout your empire, you can actually just hit refit all, and it'll refit all of your ships. So we have no Fleet 1 due to the fact that we have no ships. Now, like I was saying in the first episode of the series, if you refit your ship, if you are building your fleets and you click requisition, it doesn't remember that you have ships building, and kind of messes with that. Sorry, I was getting a little OCD with that. And so it'll actually double up. So you'll actually delete an entire fleet, and then you'll still have that fleet have ships in it. So you actually literally have to kill what's permanently left in that fleet. And it's not just they're not showing up on the side. They're actually showing up in as their picture in the fleet thing. But when you zoom out, you don't get that little icon, so you don't even know they're there until you zoom in. So now it's building the light jump scouts. We're gonna get these guys going again. So our next research, I believe, is the research foundations, which will obviously upgrade our research. Now the 302s don't need a lot, so I'm gonna kind of manually control. I'm gonna cancel that, and it's after a while it should re-add it. Yeah, there it goes. I just wanted these to be higher up because we need the firepower right now. Let's actually get the jump scouts going. We'll concentrate on the jump scouts for now. Where'd they go? So yeah, this is the first couple minutes of this episode. It's basically just going to be waiting for the ships that I have to be finished. Where is 8th Fleet? So they're still bouncing around, finishing off Hamat. Now, they don't have anything built left to build, so actually, because it actually does save. There we go. So we have a couple of ships now. So at Hamat, I'm going to build my jump scouts. 3. Actually, I only had 2 left, didn't I? Yeah. So that'll build there. That'll send off. Ooh. And now we have the Draylock Council, or 3rd race in the series. Wow, they've been timing this out right. 1 race per episode. Cool. I've actually never played a game with the Draylock Council in it, so that's kind of creepy. What's about the holograms? Oh. Okay. Yeah. Let's hope our swords stay sheathed and our interactions profitable. So you can win the game. Yeah, this race seems to break a 4th wall. That's what I've seen from, or heard from, about, yeah, you can't really see when you hear people talking about a game. But yeah, they seem to be breaking, that race seems to break the 4th wall a lot. Wow, the Polmar are actually spreading out quite a bit. This is the most I've ever seen them spread out. Wow, that's impressive. Normally these guys spread out like a wildfire. These guys, we actually might go after these guys first because they have a small empire. Plus, I like getting in bigger battles with these guys. So those are fun. Now let's see, we've got 1 ship in the 1st Fleet. We've got some stockpile. Like I said, I'm going to try and make this go as quick as possible so we can get into some more fighting, because that's the interesting part of this game, is the actual combat. Requisition, assign ships. So, half the fleet is filled. Now, with these missiles, actually that's something I forgot to show, is that actually in, let's actually look at the 302. Each weapon uses ordnance, and it depends on how much ordnance that ship carries, how many shots you can fire. Now, these Vulcan cannons shoot like 1/10 of an ordnance per shot. which is great, which is why they can fire a lot of rounds quickly. Now these, the rocket launchers can only fire one ordnance per shot. And now I believe they fire 3 rockets per shot. So it's weird. I don't really know how the conversion goes. But like if you can see over here, they also have the FTL speed like I was talking about. Weight actually has a lot to do with it. So if it's a heavier ship, it travels slower. So you have to put more engines on it, or you can actually research. Where are they? Inertial dampeners, which I just clicked. So I'm gonna cancel that real quick. Subspace theory makes them go faster as well. So I like having those two. So First Fleet's kind of built back up now. We have a few more being built. Once we're up to full strength, though, we should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, we've got more than half the fleet already set up. And now with the missile upgrades for the fighters, for the F-302s, of course, these guys I find really interesting because they actually those little creatures are called Owlocks, and they're enslaved, as you can possibly see. But there's actually, further into the game, you can actually unlock research to free the Owlocks, and they actually become an ally, and they start taking over the Corgesian space, and because the Owlocks are actually enslaved by them, so. And let's see, grievances. Yeah, so the Owlocks. Wait, what? No, these Owlocks are just our stays, and they're so hideous, not like me. I really am beautiful, aren't I? Yeah, you look like a pimple. So, let's see where they are. They are over here. They have, whoa. Sorry. Yeah, you're getting angry. I don't care. To tell you the God's honest truth, I don't care. Now I can tell you never mind. And then the Opteris. So we have race number 5. So the Opteris are basically like the polyps, but they're bugs and they're robotic insects, basically. So they're spreading out. Wow, a lot of the good plants are being taken. And because they don't have any starting ships, it is signed. Had only one ship. Great. I have 4 more being built, 3 more being built, and then I know I have to build 1 more. So, fighter, build 1 more F-302. There, that one finished off. You can actually drag these around and make sure they work and whatnot. So what we can do is we can do this, and I know we've got a bunch more ships. So we've only got 3 ships left to build, and then this fleet will be ready to go and kick some major buttocks. And yeah, so if you added ships to a fleet, they'll actually automatically go and rendezvous with that fleet, which is kind of awesome because so that you don't have to like select the ships and go and like hunt them down and put them into the fleets. They'll automatically be put in there. So I had a little bit of a leak on my desk. But we have our fleet being built. We have our first colonized planet. Ooh. So this is one of the things that people, like the races will do, is a non-aggression pact. So I'm gonna actually accept that. Yeah. Let's end that. So we've now just signed a non-aggression pact with the Cortazine Empire. They've got a lot more plans. So let's go and let's colonize Oriel's, which should send the colonization ships. Yep, that one's gonna go, and that one's gonna probably have target feelings. Okay, thank you. Go away. So that ship's gonna go. That's gonna colonize that. It's a little far out, but what I've noticed is the races in this game don't tend to attack too much. It's kind of weird. Also, races don't take the best planets, so basically taking over a race and then taking back their planets, not really a good idea. Like these guys, they're just going hardcore into it, and they're like 2-0, 2-2, 1-1, or 1-9. They're home planets. Oh yeah, take them for sure because they actually have really good stuff. But other than that, they don't really use proper ships or proper colonization techniques. So, okay, so where were these guys? These guys are here. And actually, once you start fighting these guys, occasionally in fights you'll get the research for the remnant technology. And that's kind of cool because it gives you like better power sources, better shield. Like it gives you a shield, a better small nuclear reactor, a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, if we focus fire this guy now, our missiles should kick the crap out of him. And now I'm gonna shush and let's just let you listen. Okay, so they're not doing as much damage as I remember, but focus fire, you bastards. See, once we take this big guy out, it's easier to get the others. We're actually almost halfway down on their shields, so. But the thing is, they have actually separate shield generators. So if we take out one, it'll still show shields here, but it'll still be. Okay, so I was enjoying watching my ships fight, and actually, not so much fighting as getting their butts whooped. Did we do any damage to him? No. Well, damn. Well, that sucks. But we did colonize our Yields, whatever it's called. So what we can do is set that to core. It'll actually start building the appropriate buildings. So it'll build Rover Bay and all that stuff. So we got that. What else do we have? What else do we have? We don't need to build a new first fleet, but because we have 2 planets now, it should be a lot easier. I did it wrong. Click, requisition, build 15 new ships. So my plan is basically just to throw as much stuff as I can at it until it dies, but what I might do is I might wait for Corvette hulls, because then it gives me a little bit of a bigger ship. Yeah, so like I was saying before, with the planetary shifts, you can actually get planets that actually go the opposite way and get worse. So it's one of those things where it's like they balance the game pretty well. Like certain planets will get better, and certain planets will get worse. So you can have a really good planet, but then just randomly it'll get really crappy, and it won't be worth it. So that's Eminato, which is, I believe, where I just saw it. Where'd it go? I have no idea where it went. I lost a planet. Ooh. Sure. Ooh, alright, I'll try to miss it. Okay. So we've got a peace treaty with, or trade treaty, not peace treaty. I seriously can't find that planet. Oh, it's right there. So yeah, so Eminato 2 is the one that had it. It now has a 0-0 population ability. But it actually builds pretty nicely. What does it got to have? It's got those. So Orioles is being colonized, which is great. What is the status of the fleet? 8. So yeah, like I said, this is gonna go quicker now because we've got 2 planets building. Why are you not exploring the galaxy? Small jump transport. You should be trading people. Or no, you should be doing... What should I have you doing? Food, colonists. Yes, you should be doing food. And then all the rest of the scouts are exploring the galaxy. Yay. So we will get more people, or more planets explored. We can take a look at the max population. All of these are still pretty good. I like to go with planets above 10 for colonizing before I go smaller, because smaller planets kind of suck. But let's see how we are in diplomacy. We are 6th in military strength, 4th in scientific strength, number 1 in economic, and number 1 in population. So we have the biggest empire as far as population goes. The Apteros are number 1 in military. Gorgies are number 2 in everything. Polyps are scientifically strong, and you are nothing. Military. So yeah, we're right now the top race in non-aggressive things, unless you count expansive colonization or expansive colonization. Am I saying that right? I don't know. But So I think I'm gonna call that an episode. So we've taken a new planet. That's basically what these last couple episodes, only what these last couple of episodes have been. We're rebuilding First Fleet. I don't think we're gonna throw this at Ariel's just yet again. I might explore some of these planets, just like zoom in, kind of take a look at it, just to see where we might venture to colonize next. Because the thing is, we have a decent amount of money right now, so we could probably colonize a bunch of different stuff. Actually, before I sign off, let's take a look at Phoebe. Yeah, every single one of these planets, unfortunately, has cruisers at them. But I think we've taken out all of the fighters. So, actually, just before we go, we are going to take one more crack at the egg of Ariel's. First, we're going to take out the frigate, and then we're going to basically pump everything we can at the cruiser, because the cruiser is the pain in the ass. So if we can take him out, it's going to be great. But that's a big butt. He's a big butt. Okay, so focus fire on that guy first. Take out the frigate. That is not a frigate. That is a frigate, though. Oh, there's the cruiser. So while that's going, just really quickly, I like to keep those guys going. These guys tend to go down pretty fast for missiles. So we take out that frigate, because the frigates are really anti-fighter. Plus the missiles are kind of long range, so even if they start coming, we can still take them out. And if we take out its reactor, it should go down. Come on, come on. There it goes. Okay, let's get out of the system real quick. We'll exit to just outside the system. We'll repair, resupply. And they're jumping really stupidly. So, those guys will chill out. We can actually go in here, see how many ships we lost. We only lost 2, and we took down a frigate, so that's, I call that a pretty decent win. We'll wait for our ships to repair, because like I said, they auto-repair. Actually, if we can get these guys to just screw him over. There we go. So we've taken out a fighter. We've taken out a decent amount of their fleets. I like to keep, yeah, like I said, I like to keep these guys going. Let's train a new one. Keep these, because the higher level of spy you have, the better off you are, because you can actually prevent other races from stealing stuff from you. Like how earlier I got stolen. Money stolen from me. Actually, before we finish, yeah, I'm gonna let this episode go a little bit longer than the half-hour mark that I've kind of set for it. just so I can finish this off and we can end the episode in a victory. So all these ships should be fully repaired. Yes, they are. And the only ship left should be the cruiser. So we'll jump in here and screw him over. Because we were doing pretty well. The thing is, it's got balling weapons, so it takes a lot of firepower to take these guys out. You guys got it. You guys got it. Your side shields are almost down. Yep, your side shields are down, so now it's going to start taking out armor and other stuff. Okay, so one of my ships. I've still got plenty of other ships. Big ship. Don't care about the tiny ones. Okay, so that guy did good, that guy did good. Yeah, so these cruisers have what are called assault bays. So those ships that it keeps popping out are assault ships. So if you have bigger ships in your fleets, what it'll do is it can actually take control of those ships, those bigger ships. This is not going as much as planned as I thought it would be. We're actually running out of ordnance now, and that's the issue arising. Damn, so apparently you can't go after a giant ship with just missiles or rockets and Gatling guns. Alright, so let's have these guys exit the system. We'll let them leave. We'll actually go right about to the middle. There's only 2 of them left, so they're not going to survive. But I'd rather keep at least one of them alive and leaving. There it goes. Because then it has a rally point for the rest of the fleets. So I'm going to call that an episode. When we come back, I'll have the fleets rebuilt, and we'll try it one more time, but what I might do is I will probably pause it, and we will wait. And so we'll get these colonies up and running, make sure our infrastructure is pretty good, and then we'll go from there. Because I want to, like I said, I want to get the corvettes up and running before we do much, and that's going to be a little bit. We're almost done with the scientific foundations, which once we get places like that built on our planets, what does that do? It does +1, a flat bonus of +1 per turn research bonus to any colony that has it built. So if we have 3 planets, we have +3, and so this goes from 2 to 5, which increases the speed at which we can do that. A lot of times with bonuses, and once you get more planets, this goes up really quick. I had a +10 at one point, because I had a planet that, because you can only build one per planet, so it's kind of sucky like that. You can't build more and ramp up the production. But yeah, I'm gonna call that an episode, and I will catch you next time.